Big emphasis, basically teaching Claude how it seems to me like you're teaching Claude how PM hiring managers think. Because Claude might know how hiring people generally think, but it's not in the specific neural network of PM and then PM hiring manager. But PM hiring managers these days are obsessed with domain. And so you really put that, you've encoded the things that we humans know into this framework file.
Exactly, exactly. Very well said, thank you.
And then what's edge pass?
So what do we have here? That's the second optional pass. This is mainly when we have the situation where, as I said, you have a very interesting career path and you want to add extra additional questions where there are some things where we need to clarify it and maybe your profile still is not quite there yet. You want to talk about the biggest strengths, then find the biggest weaknesses that the recruiter sees first on your profile, then flip these weaknesses into strengths, and then test for conversions, rewrite the full profile around this one edge. So this is the thing that I was mentioning before. If there is anything that can give any red flag at any point, how can we turn it into advantage and rethink that? How can we present it in a way that is now actually more compelling?
Got it. Nice. Let's see how it did.
All right, so we have a headline. We have 3 options. The recommended one is product manager, API, and developer rephrase. The recommended one is product manager, API, and developer platforms, agentic AI, MCP 0 to 1. I help teams turn AI models into product developers, build on, founder, AI startup 0 to 7 million tech stars. So this is too long, mind you, rephrase. Mind you, Claude obviously is great at the first pass. There is still the human component and you need to use your judgment, what actually makes sense. Few things that stand out immediately that I think are good is I'm saying I'm a product manager focusing on these things. If I was a hiring manager looking for API and developer platforms people, I saw your content, right, scroll past, and this is the part that I will see that will pique my interest. Right? This is the person I'm currently looking for, so I want to see what they have to say, what their profile looks like. Next, we add 3 main keywords, right? 0 to 1 is specifically interesting here because that's my primary background, and if there is a hiring manager looking for specifically 0 to 1 people, they look at me and say, okay, this is the right person. I'll probably remove this part and go into some cool thing that I've delivered in the past, right? 0 to 7 million is a very tangible result that people who will be hiring me may care about. I'm not sure if this is the right result, but the idea here is to show the result also in your tagline. We'll not go rephrase. We won't go over every single one of them, but you get the point. Next, there is the banner idea. There is a statement line. I build the API and agent layer developers actually want to ship on. So this is something I would use the banner for further selling and making a good point why people should hire you, what results you deliver. You can get more specific here. You can use, again, 0 to 1, 0 to 7 million, right? 12K plus learners taught, right? In this case, it doesn't actually make sense, but again, use your judgment. Your goal here is the banner doesn't actually show in the keywords, but it's the first thing people see. It's your heroes section on your landing page, right? What do you have to say to convince someone that you're the right fit? So think from that perspective, right? How can you show that you can provide value and solve their problems? It's always about them. One reframe of your mind that is really helpful is your profile, your LinkedIn profile, if you're job searching, isn't about you. It's about them, their problems, and how you can help them solve their problems. And here's the about section. So we start always with a hook. If you open any LinkedIn profile, you will see that the about section only shows the first 3 lines before you have to click on see more, right?
Yeah.
That is why it's really important that these first 3 lines hook people in and make them want to read more. Otherwise, no one will ever do this. So you have to make it compelling enough for the hiring manager, again, or for the recruiter, so that they want to learn more about you. And then you want to make it so that it's very easy to skim. So a lot of people put their full block of text, and nobody has patience or attention span to read that, right? If you make it very easy to skim through and you highlight core things, so again, it's actually very well keyword optimized for these job descriptions that we've looked at.
I hope you enjoyed that short clip. You can check out the full episode here.